Good morning. It is Monday. It's January 16th. It's also Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Thanks for being here. I am working today. I know a lot of people have off today, which I think typically I would have liked to have taken off, but things have just been so crazy with the new year that I have a lot of work to dive into, and it's a gloomy day. It's so gray out and it's rainy and the snow is melting, and so it's also just not a great day to be running around and doing other stuff. So why not get a bunch of work done? I'll be bringing you along with my work day today and tomorrow, and I have a lot to share. We are working on a variety of things. I have my task list up on my computer that I'll reference, and I'll walk through items that are going to float in between today and tomorrow. So we'll see how it just all plays out. Basically, first up this morning, I want to get my Instagram reel up that I already created, and so I just need to finalize how the reel cover is going to look, what that is going to be, and then get it posted. And so I like to do that by 9 o'clock, and it is 8:50 right now, so it's crunch time. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up, and I'll check in a little bit. That Instagram reel is all posted, good to go. So I'm just gonna go through my emails now and make sure my day is all planned out. I don't have any of my day time blocked really. The only thing I have set so far is a design consult that will be from 2 to 4 o'clock this afternoon. So I just need to send an email and make sure that client and I are all aligned for that meeting, and we'll see if it is still working out and everything is great there. And I have a lot to get done this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead, check my emails, and make sure all of the content is good to go for the day. I'm also gonna go make breakfast. I'm really hungry. After finishing my emails and getting through all of my organization and admin tasks, I am jumping into some social content planning for this one business. And I just do this through Microsoft Teams. I show this in a lot of my vlogs because this is a pretty regular assignment for me, and I'm just making sure their Martin Luther King Jr. graphics are going to go live as well, so that people know that they are close today and they have something up on their profile. So I'm just quickly editing these graphics over in Adobe Illustrator, and then I'll just get them scheduled over in Facebook's Meta Business Suite, or I'll just post it physically as well. I'm next jumping into making some quick edits for an email blast that's supposed to go out ASAP. And so all I need to do is make sure this animation that's going to be in it is sized down. And then I'm jumping over to some more content planning. This is for another business. It's a restaurant business, and it's really fun to go through and organize because we use a program called Later to see all of our content that is going to be shared. And I just want to make sure that everything planned through the next month is at the most optimized time. Later shares that data with us, and so I can just go ahead and move around these different Instagram posts to be in the areas where they'll be posted during the best time. Next, I'm just going through my tasks on my Asana board, and then I'm switching clients. I'm going and getting started with a client that is doing a website transfer right now. This is a really exciting project because she is moving from Squarespace to WordPress for just her blog capabilities. She wants to have more space on it, and she's been working with a developer on getting this all set up and prepped. I'm just helping her with a few things on the back end. I'm making sure that her blogs that were new during the transfer period are able to be transferred over, and they are all formatted correctly and look great. So I'm just getting that set up over in their WordPress dashboard page. This takes a little bit of time, and it does take a little bit of backtracking, but it's really great to focus on and do without having to consider too much of a design perspective on something. It's just pretty easy to work on, I would say, but it's also just really fun. It's a good task to take your mind off things and just get down and see progress being made and be able to check it off your list, which I always like when a task is able to be completed like that. Once I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and wrap up some more details. I might even look at SEO. I also need to cross-check all of her content to make sure that everything is going to be appearing from her Squarespace website to her WordPress and all that. So it's a lot of work for a new website to get set up, but it's also really exciting to see as well. Next, I'm just having a quick little soda break. I need some caffeine, and so I'm having a little poppy soda, and then I am going back and getting prepped for a client meeting. And so this is a consult meeting that would be a 2-hour block with my client. And this is a spoiler, but he did not show up. So I am back to editing that website and making sure everything is all set up and good to go for her launch coming this week. Hey friends, so it is much later. It's 2:45. I also apologize. There's the heater going on. It's a little bit chilly out. I did go on a walk earlier and it was just rainy and cold, and just makes sense for a Monday. Basically, I was supposed to have a design consult meeting that was going to last 2 hours, and it actually ended up not happening. My client didn't show up, which is okay. Sometimes that happens. And so I'm just restructuring my day and getting some work done. I've been working on this website for most of the part of today. We're working on launching it this week, so hopefully it's going to be live, and I'm just making sure all of the content is transferred over from the client's previous website. It's kind of a nice task for me to do because it's nothing too focused for design wise. It's mostly just content heavy, and sometimes it's just easy to get into a mode and zone out and work on this type of work. So I'm having fun doing it. I hope you enjoy following along, and we'll just keep moving through this day. Jumping back into those website edits and making the updates so I can send it over to the client and have her look it over as well and make sure that everything is all set on her end from what I've completed and everything looks good as well. So I'm sending out that email and we'll go from there. Next, I'm jumping over to another website with a different client where I'm just going in and editing some SEO terms. Mostly this is focused on the image alt tags and making sure that the descriptions are all in place and we are good to go from that front. I'll also update the file names and everything to make sure that the content is optimized for ranking on Google. All wrapped up for day one. Monday is now coming to a close. It's 4 o'clock. I do usually work a little later than this, but since it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I want to call it quits a little early today. I mean, technically I didn't need to even work today. I mean, I needed to work, but a lot of people have today off, so I should have taken off because my hours technically follow close of federal holidays. But a lot of times I work anyways that day, but I like to try to set the precedence that I will be closed. Anyways, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I feel good about today. I feel really good about this week. I'm not feeling overwhelmed, which is really exciting. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the gym, go get a workout in. I will check in with you tomorrow morning when we go into day 2 of this vlog and a full new work day. My partner is using the office this morning for some meetings, so I'm just working from the dining room, which is great for a change of scenery. Honestly, some mornings I like it. So first task is just making sure this social post is all right and ready to go. I'm getting it all updated, and I also need to make sure that they have links updated as well, because this is something that will require sign up for their consumers. So making sure that is the most easily accessible as possible. Later in the morning, I am moving back into the office space. My partner's all done in there, and so I can get some more work done at my desk, use my monitor, get all hooked up with my mouse, and really dive into work for the day, which is always really nice. And plus, there's plenty of sunshine with the windows. Happy Tuesday. I am back in my office now. It's just about 11 o'clock this morning, and I've just been working on miscellaneous tasks. It's super nice because I don't have any meetings today, and it's just so great to be able to focus and work. And I also don't have any crazy deadlines right now. So I feel like I can be the most creative, and obviously that's really relaxing when you don't have to be running from one task to another. So I'm really enjoying that, which is pretty great. I do, as always, have a moving task list though to get through for the day. So I'm just working on getting these social media elements all set up and later and get the content prepped. And then I'm gonna jump over and do some more SEO prep within that Squarespace website that I was working on yesterday, so I can get that wrapped up, because that website's gonna be going live at the end of this week. And I will just kind of continue to see where the day goes. I do have to run an errand later for some content for one of the businesses I do their social media for, so we'll go out and do that. Besides that, let's just continue on with the day. It's super rainy, it's cold again, so it's just another day to get hunkered down and get a lot of work done. Moving through the day, I'm just doing some more social planning. I'm going ahead and scheduling stories through later, which is really great. But the only downside is that it does notify your phone. So you have to save the graph from there and then also have access to the account to have it posted. So it's not automatic, which is kind of a downside, I think, in my opinion. But that's okay. Moving into the next thing, I am continuing that SEO prep, just describing those image alt tags. We have a keyword doc that we're working from. So I'm just making sure I'm describing each service correctly and including some keywords as well. So she continues to rank high on Google and she'll be able to launch her business really successfully and have a great website to back her up. SEO is something that I continue to learn more and more about. It's a really great tool to use. Obviously, you need to rank for people to be able to find you. So it's something that comes in hand with any website. I also want to make sure that the mobile is optimized. We obviously know mobile is kind of the preferred method for a lot of websites these days. A lot of people just use their phone to first find you and research you. So make sure the mobile is all set up is great. I also want to go in and check all of the links. I'm making sure the footer links are all connected to pages, and I'm noting ones that don't have links or might need a coming soon page. So I just went in and edited that and made a credit page that shares her brand designer's work, her photographer's work, and then also the website design work as well. I like to cross-check through my Asana board because this is a contract job where I work with a small studio. So just making sure everything is done and completed is great, and staying organized as possible for them to be able to review items and make sure I have an accurate task list at hand. Next, I took a quick little lunch break and I am back getting my computer all started up again and moving through the day once as well. Once I'm ready and all set from lunch, I'm just going in to do a little more content planning. This is kind of something that's always happening, and I am planning for the next 2 weeks for another business. And so we just like to always work ahead and have kind of a general idea on what we will be posting and what is to come there. I ran out for some quick social content for them. They feature a lot of local businesses, so I ran to a really cute non-alcoholic store here in Minneapolis, got some footage there, and then I just continued to dive in back to my work and get through the rest of the day. One of the things I am making sure I'm wrapping up is the content for that website that's launching this week. I just have one blog post that did not make it over, so I'm going ahead and adding that. And then I just want to go through and also cross-check. I'm making one giant list in a Google Doc to have the URLs backlogged and then also have a reference for each of the blog posts that have been posted over on Squarespace through the last couple of years. So this is a lot of blog content to work through. I also need to make sure that each of the blogs are appropriately categorized on her new WordPress website and that they have images appearing as their preview image. So making sure that all that content is all set up, I'm cross-checking it and marking it off in my Google Doc as I look through each blog post and making sure she is all good to launch. And then again, I'm so excited for this. It's a home-based individual. She's just a lot of influencing and she has some really great content. So she's really fun to partner with and collaborate on. So I am really excited for her to have a brand new website to utilize and make the most of it. Do have a little doggy with us right now and he is so sweet and snuggly. He just wanted to sit in my lap, so I'm just making sure he gets some special cuddle time there. Then I am working on my social posts again, getting things all updated and good to go one more time for this client.
and making some additional graphics for them to use. This is for their new Axe League that is happening, and I just want to make sure that they have an appropriate story to post and share. And again, we can have the link to their website drive right from this content piece. So letting that get all set up, and I am posting it to go live right away.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. I just wrapped up putting those social media posts together. I have our little doggy here that needs to go on a WLK. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out, get him fed, and then go off to the gym. But thanks so much for hanging out with me these past 2 days. I really enjoyed bringing you along through these 2 days of my life, and I hope you liked it as well. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you stuck around, subscribe, like this video, do all the things. I would be so grateful to have you along. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.